Hey guys, and welcome back to Storytime. It's your old bird here. I'm gonna talk with you again today. Gonna keep you company. At least I'm gonna try. But I wanted to show you something first, because before we went and see the Bethesda ruins, I wanted to make a stop back at my place in Tenpenny Tower to dump off all the extra stuff that I had. I just dump them off, and all the guns and the things that were weighing me down so I can sell them later. And I walk in, and ta-da! Now, you've seen me go through here plenty of times before, and there's nobody here. This time I walk in, the place is full of ghouls.
Good to see you.
Friendly, well-dressed ghouls. Suddenly, none of this was here. None of these dudes were here.
Welcome to Tenpenny Tower.
This is my tower. So I don't know why. This just got to be a glitch, because sometimes, well, this is the second time now.
Good to see you.
I've walked in here and there's been ghouls sitting around. I came back and they were gone. And now they suddenly came back again. I have no idea why this happens. I really don't. There's somebody sitting there.
You better behave. Gustavo's guards are swift to take care of trouble.
Gustavo is apparently nowhere to be seen, lady. I mean, Gustavo is not a thing anymore. This was his desk. It's mine now. This whole building is mine, so meh. Anyway, we're gonna go out. We're gonna make a trip over to the Bethesda ruins and see what's over there. So somebody had a complaint about Storytime, and I've heard it before. It's not the first time that somebody has said it. And one thing is, the reason they like my stories. They like it when I tell stories, but what they don't like about Storytime is because I'm playing a game that's sometimes intensive, I wind up being interrupted by the game, and suddenly, oh Jesus, I gotta get out of here. This is not good. And suddenly it's not as fun for them to listen to the story anymore, because I'll pause it and talk about, you know, comment on the game for a bit, and then I'll you know, something else will come around. So I'm gonna try not to do that from now on. If I'm in the middle of talking about some kind of story, I'm gonna try my best to keep talking, even if I wind up in the middle of some kind of fight, like now. I'm gonna try and go around these guys and evade them, because there was like half a dozen of these guys. So I'm gonna attempt that from now on. I'm gonna try to be better about not going in for long interruptions when I'm in the middle of a story and something in the game happens. If somebody comes up to me and starts shooting at me, you know what? I'll just shoot them back, and I'll keep telling my story. And there's some scorpions. Damn, this is not a good day for me. Oh boy. Ugh. Okay, let's just get the heck out of here, because this seems like a dangerous place. Oh boy, there's so many people shooting at me. Hey, there's something over, there's stuff over here. Come over here. No, wait, don't come over here. Maybe there are people who will help me. Oh, it's a bear. Hey, bear. Those dudes are shooting at me. You want to go kill them, please? Thank you. So, as promised, today, I'm going to start digging in the mailbag, as it were, and start telling some stories based on what some of you guys have asked me to talk about. I guess these are the Bethesda ruins, huh? Hope there's nothing really terrible in here. So, today, I just picked one of the many that you guys suggested, and I wanted to pick it. It seemed obvious, but I don't believe I've ever talked about it on Storytime before, so I'll do it today, and that is how I found the furry fandom and when. Because maybe that's something I've talked about that plenty of times, but I don't remember if I have on Storytime or not. Maybe I haven't, so I will. Either way, it was, It starts, believe it or not, with the death of my father. Oh, you're a Mirelurk? Oh. Oh, I nailed you first shot. Oh, what? Get out of my face. Dumbass. Give me your bottle caps. Oh, there's people throwing explosives at my face. Where are all these people coming from? Oh boy. You know what? No, you won't. I'm gonna shoot you right in the head. I'm gonna miss. Whoa, whoa, that was weird. Oh, that was weird. When my father died, my aunt, kind of felt sorry for me. And, one thing that she wanted to do was to, oh, why can't I jump? Was to, she wanted to get me a computer. To, I guess, to help me feel better. Because I was not very happy that my father was dead, obviously. And she thought, well, if I can, maybe, you know, I'll get him a computer for his birthday. Because I never had, well, I'd never had a PC before. This was my first PC. Before that, I'd had some, you know, I had a Texas Instruments computer and I played with Commodores. I never actually had, you know, a PC. So this is my first one. Now, she got it for me under the assumption that I would use it to make music. Now, she didn't realize that at the time, computers were not nearly advanced enough to record audio or make music with. But I wasn't gonna tell her that. She was gonna get me a computer. I'm like, well, that's fine. You can go ahead and you can do that. So, she did. And within, not very long, I had learned about the internet. And I went out and I got a modem and I learned how to get online and yeah, that's what I want. And from that, I mean, long story short, I did go through I did AOL for a while, and for a while I was doing Prodigy, if you guys, anybody remembers that one. But then I found the internet, and I found news groups. News groups were big back then. This was, let's see, I was 20 years old. This had been in the, what, the early 90s? Very early 90s. Like, maybe even 90. Yeah. I think it was, no, it would have been 1992. Because I was 20 years old. And so I get on the internet, and I'm looking through my news groups. And I found this news group. Now, before I got a computer, I'd always been fascinated in fantasy creatures. And I was relegated before the computer, basically to going to the library and looking up books on unicorns and dragons and werewolves. And unfortunately, those books in libraries, they don't get updated too often, so I didn't, they were the same old books. I'd, get them over and over again and read them, and, suddenly now here's the internet. And here's a news group that's dedicated to werewolves. I'm like, oh boy, and they're sending pictures through there all the time of werewolves from different artists that they just drew them, and it's like a treasure trove of anthropomorphic art, which, until I got my computer, it just didn't exist in my life. Well, the werewolf group, news group, they were always bitching about these things called furries. I didn't know what furries were. I'd never heard of them. But they're always, oh, damn furries. They're such pansies, and they don't know what they need. Because there were a lot of people in the werewolf group that were very spiritual about it. In fact, that's kind of what separated at the time. There was a big separation between, furries, like, who were, oh god. Furries who were spiritual about it and furries who weren't. The spiritual furries did not like the not spiritual furries. They didn't like them at all. And, they didn't want them in their group, and they didn't want them hanging around their groups. Later they kind of became integrated. But I started getting curious. Okay, what what are these furries that I keep hearing about? And I happened to search around, and I found this place called Furry Muck. And this was it was one of the original few places where the furry fandom, early days, started gathering. We gather and we talk together. And it wasn't just wolves, it wasn't just werewolves here. I popped in there, and there were foxes, and there were dragons, and there were meerkats, and raccoons, and badgers, and dogs, and all kinds of stuff, and they were all behaving as though they were anthropomorphic creatures. They were kind of role-playing as that, you know, and little mannerisms and things that animals would do, only they'd talk to you like people, and it was wonderful. It was so fascinating for me. And I loved it. I remember the first, oh god, it had to have been a few weeks. The first few weeks, I was glued. I was glued to that channel. Like, for hours and hours and hours on end, talking to people and building things in the world. You could build things in Furry Muck. And, just having a wonderful time. And that's how I found the fandom. From then on, I've always been, it's just always been my place. It's always been where I've been. And I've always wanted to use that to help people get a smile. Did that make you smile when I shot her head like that? Because it made me smile. Uh-oh. I'm running out of bullets for this gun. Time to switch. There we go. So, since then, I have, I actually, I spent maybe a decade in the fandom, before I even went out for my first convention.
Stop moving around so much. Screw this.
Ha! Okay. And that's what you get. Let's clear this place out real nice. Is there a building? Ooh! What is this? Get out of my face. Bethesda offices west. Really? Oh, I wonder what kind of Easter eggs we're gonna find up in here. Oh boy, there's some raiders. Okay. What would be good for raiders in closed spaces? Chinese assault rifle. Oh god, there's a turret. Except, this gun sucks so much. I mean, it's so inaccurate. Ugh. You know, you got to go. Boom. Okay, hopefully there aren't any more of those. There's a... Okay, where are you? Come on. Are you? Whoa! You exploded! But, yeah, that's when I started to want to do things to make other furries smile. It was a fandom that I wanted to be a part of because it was all open and inclusive, and it was a kind of a spirit back then. It's changed, unfortunately, but back then there was a spirit of people that were just gonna get together and just have fun, and it didn't matter if it looked silly to somebody else. We were just gonna have fun, and you met people, and nobody asked things like, you know, what your beliefs were, what your politics were. Nobody asked that, because that's what we as furries, that's what we were trying to get away from, was all that crap, you know, all the judgments from everybody, every day, all the time. And now here we could go to the, you know, this building where we knew nobody in there was going to give a crap about that, and all they wanted to do was bounce around in funny-looking cartoon animal costumes, and make friends, and give each other hugs, and just talk and have fun, and share pictures and movies, and what wasn't to love? It was beautiful. And I've been there ever since. Yeah, that was a good, let's see, 20, 40, that was, 40, or no, sorry, 20 27 years ago? So yeah, I've been here a while. Anyway, let's take this bugger out. There we go. Okay, deactivate the turrets. Thank you very much. Now I won't have to worry about that. So anyway, yeah, that's my story for how I got into the furry fandom. If anybody, if you guys have any requests for stories about me and being in the furry fandom, then go ahead and ask them in the comments down below, and I'll read those and maybe tell a story that you guys want to hear. Because this is your show too. It's not just my show. Sorry about that. And pardon me for that that bit of a cut there. I actually had to find the radio and turn it off, and it was hard. They hit it. So we're gonna look around and we're gonna see what we can find in here. Now, I have an idea, and I'd like to get your feedback on it. That's okay. Because, you know, what you want to see on this show is important to me. And I recently went back at the suggestion of a friend of mine and looked at Astroneer again. Because he said they'd completely changed it. Now that it's been, like, released officially, it's totally different. And, man, that person was right. Oh, hello, body in a fridge. So, it's so different, in fact, that I think, we may want to revisit our Sergal spacefaring friend again, and see what trouble he can get into. That would be after, we get done with Fallout. And, what do you guys think of that? Is that something that you would like to watch? Because unfortunately, even though I tried, and I don't know if you guys knew this, I tried to revisit Tumble, and they had actually changed the game so much that Tumble's file was just gone. So I like to think of it that he just went to sleep in his comfy chair one night in his house and just never woke up. He just stopped existing, poor guy. But at least he was comfy, and he had a good life. So there is that. Now, I'm Blitch Connor, and I'm in the mood to shoot people. Oh God! You set me on fire. That's not friendly of you. Yeah, there's more of you too, isn't there? Come on. Oh, your head came off. You know, that's one of my favorite things is when their heads come off. I just really love that. Okay. Now, who's next? Who's nexted? Next? Nexted! Anybody? Oh. Grenade box. What's in the... Okay. Nothing real... Oh. Look at you, poor guy. Okay. Well, let's see what we've got over here. That's the turret control system, and this... Oh, there's a bobblehead. I will take that. Okay. And... oh, shit. You know, I've been trying, wait. What? Oh, no you don't. No you don't. You can't just run away now. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Come here. Oh, he went down. Oh, like, he's serious about running away. Dude, if I see you again, you're so dead. Let's, get rid of the turret system here. Deactivate, please. Thank you. Okay. Now, let's look around. I see that. No, I thought that was something else. This is how I get all my money. Bottle caps and looking through filing cabinets. I swear, this game has more filing cabinets than any other video game in history. This is Filing Cabinet the game. You know, something about this world, something about this world kinda, in a way, would be comforting. And I know that sounds a little bit weird. However, just stick with me for a second. Because there's something, and I was talking something about this, oh, yeah, did you stop running away? Ha, I told you I'd kill you. I was talking about this during, the show that I did for New Year's, the, story time that I did that for. There's something comforting about, renewals. About starting over. And, not that I want, you know, a nuclear war or everybody in the world to be irradiated and dead. But if this did happen, I guess the only way you could really look on the bright side of it would be to think of it as some kind of new beginning. And I'm not talking just like some superficial new beginning, but like, you know, the whole world new beginning type of thing. You know, society as it is. Now, I want to go down there, but I kind of also... There's another place that really was a little kind of terrifying. Where was that? It was... back here somewhere. It wasn't... Okay, yeah, that's... Oh, wait. No, never mind. I don't want to go there. I decided not. I will go down here, though. Yeah, I guess... if there was one certain thing that you could point to and say, okay, what kind of positivity could I drag out of this nasty, hairy mess? It would be, well, it is a start over. It's a new beginning. Maybe if you put, you know, if you put some effort into it, got some people together, you could, like, start rebuilding society, like, slowly, with little camps and little villages, and you could do things, like, as far as, like, the rules go and the laws that nobody'd ever done, but that they probably always should have. And because sometimes, I know there's some people out there who are, they get into some extreme ideas, and I'm not that, I don't really get into an extreme ideas either way, especially politically. I'm just sort of buried in the middle, and whatever seems to work out best, that's what I go for. I don't play for a team. But some of the more extreme people, when they say that, you know, at some point, the only way to really further things is to just reset it. I mean, that was kind of the premise behind Fight Club, was just reset all the debt, reset society back to zero, and start over. Because there's no way that, you know, the society as we have it now can be fixed. Now, I don't know if I entirely agree with that, but it's possible. It's possible that we just need a reset, somehow. Oh boy, you've got a sniper rifle. You know what? I'm gonna dodge. I'm gonna dodge and roll. Serpentine, serpentine, serpentine. I'm not serpentining. I'm not serpentining. Okay, you're down. Who's next? Okay, you both... Oh, wow. Is there another one? There is. Oh, I see where you at. You know, I like the fact that you all have sniper rifles. For the simple fact that they will soon be mine. That is why I like it that you are shooting at me with sniper rifles, because I will soon own them. You know why? Because you're going to leave them to me in your will. Oh. You're dead. Okay. Give me your shit. Wait, you didn't have a sniper rifle, but you did have a hunting rifle. Which is what's used to repair Lincoln's repeater. So happy about that. What'd you have? Same thing. I'll take your Salisbury steak. So maybe at least this guy up here had a sniper rifle. I don't know. But I'll tell you what. Seems like really the only place to have searched here was the Bethesda building over there, the Bethesda offices. And now that I have done that, I would like to say that I really enjoyed our time together today. I always have fun talking with you, spending time with you. And a lot of times what I'm doing while I'm spending this time with you is I'm thinking about you, and I'm thinking about you and, you know, what your life is about, and the problems maybe that you have, and how I could maybe help you feel better if you're having problems. And I know that, you know, this isn't much, it isn't a lot. Pardon me. But it's just a little thing that I can do for you. You know, maybe I do something in the game, or I say something that makes you think, or that makes you laugh or smile. You know, I hope for that, I really do. Or even if it's just because it's the sound of a regular voice that you can listen to, and it keeps you company, you know? Everybody needs that. Is that a... There's dudes hanging from the light poles here. Who did that? Not very clean of you, if you ask me. That's conducive to things like the plague. How dare you? Can I get... okay, I can. So, I suppose we are going to say goodbye to the Bethesda ruins. And honestly, next time, the Wheaton Armory. Now that, to me, sounds like it's going to be a dangerous place. So, I think we may go up there next time, and I will have another story for you that you have suggested. And we will just take it from there and see what happens. And until then, take care.